Broadcasting from room 672 in the Airport Marriott in beautiful Burbank, California.
You have arrived. Just like an airplane, we are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time.
You can follow us on Twitter. Check us out online. InfiniteDancecast.com. And don't forget that Twitter is at iDancecast or at Nick Drago or at Desiree Robbins. All of our episodes are free to download on the intranet.
Nice. Absolutely. iTunes has them all for free. And we actually have... Oh, bless you. That was like a really good one. You know when it's a good sneeze?
If you're going to sneeze, you got to commit.
You're right, because I used to hold it in and go...
Yeah, that's not good for your brain.
And then that was not good. That was not good. I was going to say about the intranet that you can download, obviously, all the episodes for free on iTunes, but there are direct links on Facebook, Twitter, and all that. So it makes it very easy. And we do have an application coming out.
Oh, it's coming up real soon.
Real soon. So what you're going to be able to do on your Droid and on your iPhones, so all your, well, let's just say smartphones, you will have a Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast little icon, and it will tell you when the episodes are coming up and what you haven't listened to and what you haven't downloaded yet, because you want them all.
Well, and you're gonna,
which is kind of cool.
And you're gonna especially want the one today. Because
today is hot.
We have two of the hottest choreographers coming on the show. They're eating right now.
They are.
They've been working all day long.
7 a.m., yes.
Yesterday. And haven't eaten. So we've got some potato balls. They came in.
Portos.
Portos potato balls.
Have you ever eaten that Portos? What? You have not lived.
Yeah.
So they had to go eat.
Yeah, which is fine. We completely understand. I've been there before, and I know you've been there before where you're working like 12 hours, and you're like, dude, I'm going to die.
Yeah, and you can't focus.
Right.
And you just know you're not going to do the best job you can.
Right. And we want them to be at the top of their game.
Right.
Which they already are.
Well, they are. And they're professionals.
Their worst day is better than most people's best day.
Absolutely.
We should tell them who it is.
I know it. I guess.
Emmy Award-winning choreographers, Tabitha and Napoleon on the show.
I know you can't believe it. You just dropped your phone.
You dropped your listening device.
Whatever you do, listen on. No, it's amazing. And of course, they're also known as Nappytabs because they have their whole clothing line, and that's kind of what they go by in the industry as well.
They are extremely talented, extremely charismatic, and extremely giving to the dance community and the world.
Great charity work.
Absolutely.
I mean, beyond just doing a great job on TV and film and commercials and, live shows. In fact, we had the pleasure of just watching them teach their class downstairs before we came up to our new location.
Room 672.
Yeah, and just the energy in the room, it's spectacular.
I can't wait to talk to them.
Parents come running in.
Oh my gosh.
It's like...
Yeah.
And they work so well together. Obviously, they are married. But it's rare that you see a married couple that really feeds off each other.
Yeah,
like
and it's great. And I cannot wait to talk to them about their creative juices and how they get things going and how they just really develop characters within their dances.
Right.
And they're such humble people and very...
Absolutely.
Just great people to be around. And, they don't have to be like that because they're on television all the time. Right. And they could be snooty and we'd be like, oh, it's okay. They're really talented.
Right.
But they're not, which makes them even better. And you also kind of want to hate them because they're so good and nice at the same time.
You do say that a lot.
Yeah, but it's a joke.
I mean, it must be very interesting. I know that your significant other is also in the business as well as mine.
Right.
It's a delicate balance.
Yeah.
But when it works, it works, and for them, it really works.
Yeah.
And it must be it's really interesting. I'm anxious to see how they handle that.
This interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Starting with that.
This is the pinnacle of their career, no doubt. This interview right here.
Well, come on. I mean, Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast is at the top of its game.
We're on every week. Subscribe to us on iTunes.
Every week. I know. So, how it works out. And it was really funny because when they were in here, we're just giving a little dish before we go. You can see that Tabitha, she was she was saying, honey, you do really need to eat because you have not. And you know, sometimes you just get really hungry and then you kind of get crazy. You can't focus. And you know that in someone you truly love and know very well.
Immediately they walked in, they were apologetic, and I was like, and Napoleon was like, I'm really, really sorry, I gotta go eat. And we're like, dude, go, it's cool.
And the first thing we said was go eat.
Been there before.
Yeah, many times.
Many times.
So,
hopefully they're not going to Subway. Because usually when Desiree and I were on the road and we'd be super hungry, all that would be there would be Subway.
And I'm so over it. I'm sorry, Subway.
No, whatever. It's good for you and it tastes great and blah 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 blah. But you know what? Sometimes you just want a hamburger wrapped in bacon, dipped in sour cream.
And that is what Nick wants. I mean, every time we go to eat, he goes, you know what sounds good? A burger.
A burger.
And I'm thinking, okay.
It's because we live in America.
American food is.
I think one of the things I need to add to my bucket list is being a burger commercial.
You must.
I did a beer commercial. I like beer.
You did. You have to do. That would be perfect. Like a Carl's or, you know.
Yeah, Carl's Jr.
I know you don't have those all over the country.
The Carl's Jr., but I'm not going to ride the bull real slow and eat the burger like Cameron Richardson did.
Fine.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, but that is something you should add to your bucket list.
What, the bull?
Okay, that too. Have you not?
Ridden the bull? No, I don't do that.
You made me ride it.
I've got pictures of Desiree riding the bull.
Okay, and you know what? I think that we might need to post that.
We will. It was great. I got a photo of right before she smashed her face. Wait, it's time for music picks. We got to do this.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Wonderful. Okay, so we are going to start today with a song that's been around, but this is an amazing remix, and it is entitled Naturally, and the artist is Selena Gomez. You're going to want to get the Dave Audet remix. His last name is spelled A-U-D-E. And don't forget, he has a podcast every Saturday night on iTunes as well that he spins, so you can get other great music from him.
I hope he's paying you for that plug.
I know, really. Yeah, we'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
Okay. My second pick is entitled Night of Your Life. And the artist is David Guetta, Guetta. And if you know this show, you know I like a lot of David Guetta. This is his new album that came out, and he actually did a lot of work with different artists. He's primarily a DJ, so he's working with that. I know. And the artist on that is Jennifer Hudson, who we worked with. So that's
well, she's married to WWE superstar David Otunga.
Is she really?
Absolutely.
Did not even know. So that is a hot song, Night of Your Life. And my third and final pick for the week is Don't Hold Your Breath. And the artist on that is Cascade. Now, that is spelled K-A-S-K-A-D-E. And you're going to want the club mix.
Very nice. There's your music picks. Time for me. Obviously, the music change. Number one for me is, I'm going old school here. Don't laugh. Actually do. My Lovin', You're Never Gonna Get It by In Vogue.
Oh my gosh, I almost picked an En Vogue this week.
Dude, that
album is hot.
It's a good song.
You're never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it, never gonna. Okay, and then, whoa, whoa, whoa. Number
so
two.
hot. And you know, that's something they can use, like, I'm sorry, Nick.
Yeah, that's
for hip hop that's clean.
Right.
You know, sometimes you gotta go back.
Yeah, it's not a little sassy.
Yeah.
Okay, number two, End of the Road by Boyz II Men. Yeah, I took it there.
Don't think I just bought that like 2 weeks ago on iTunes.
Did you?
No, that is good. Okay,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Also amazing.
You're gonna love this one then.
Okay.
Number three, All for Love by Color Me Bad.
Oh!
It's some old school.
That is some good stuff.
You know, like 80s shorts are coming back. I see people wearing 80s clothes again.
Wait, yeah, no, the flash dance, you know, cut out neckline.
So
and
maybe we'll do our part, bring the music back.
It's true. And sometimes when there's not, well, you know, there's just not a lot of new music, or if it's new music, everybody's using it. Go back to some of those old things. That's what I just go through my old CDs. CDs, yes, actual physical discs.
Right.
And pick them out and upload them, because you know what? There's some great stuff.
Everything old is new again.
Amen.
And everything talented is on this show, because when we come back, the dynamic duo, Tabitha and Napoleon, are going to be in studio, which is our room 672 in the beautiful Burbank Marriott in Burbank, California.
Oh, we're so excited, so don't go away.
Stick around, Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. We'll be right back. Flow 40 Dance Workshops is the nation's premier in-house dance experience. We come to you and offer dancers a personalized workshop in the comfort of their own studio. Build a customized schedule to best suit your student needs. Our faculty work in every facet of the entertainment industry. And now, for a limited time, Desiree Robbins is in the mix. Book her for your next workshop. We're available for booking year-round. Visit flow40dance.com or call 818-985-7005 for more information. Flow 40 Dance Workshops. Work hard, dance.
What's up? This is Kenny Wormald. I'm starring in the new Footloose. It comes out October 14th, and I'm chilling with Nick and Desiree at Infinite Dance Cast.
Hey, and welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast!
We are dance all day, every day, all the time.
One wanted to go into public relations, the other wanted to be a molecular biologist, and boy, is the dance world grateful that didn't happen. Their choreography has been seen on So You Think You Can Dance, America's Best Dance Crew, America's Got Talent, Dancing with the Stars, pretty much any show that can be made into an acronym. They've had their choreography on it. They've worked with Ricky Martin, Celine Dion, Cirque du Soleil, Nike, Levi's, Beyonce, Christina Aguilera, J-Lo, Missy Elliott, Kanye West, Timberland.
Breathe.
They've got a brand new Emmy sitting in their home that has solidified them into television history. They are as talented as they are loved. Please welcome to the show, Tabitha and Napoleon.
Hey, hello.
Hi. Was that right? One of you wanted to be in public relations and one of you wanted to be a molecular biologist?
Yes.
No, I have a degree in molecular biology, but I didn't want to actually sit in a lab.
Dude,
It was just a precursor to med school.
You guys are like
I
the smartest
see.
dancers
I
we
see.
know.
That's awesome.
That's cool. Okay.
I can't remember any of it, I'll be honest. I can't
And his mom
count past
still
8
keeps
anymore.
talking. She's like, when are you going back to med school, son? I'm like, I'm sorry. I dragged him into the dance world.
So is that what happened?
A little bit. We met in college.
Okay.
And
Where'd you guys go to college?
we went to school at UNLV
Okay.
Vegas.
in Vegas.
And their dance program, I hear, is getting a lot better, okay, as they go.
Yeah, back then it was...
There wasn't much of a
our
dance
focus.
program. There's
Okay.
ballet and some stripping courses.
No.
Right.
I think there wasn't.
Well,
They did have a lot of the choreographers that taught in their program were more or less
From the
choreographers
shows.
from the
Okay.
shows and a lot of showgirl stuff. But neither of us were doing that really. We took some dance classes to fulfill our fine arts, but that was it.
Right. So you guys met there. Magic happened. And then
Magic.
eventually we made our way out to Los Angeles.
Yes.
But you guys did a lot of work in Las Vegas before you came out, right?
Yeah, that was sort of like our testing ground because we were a little nervous about making the big leap. And we're like, okay, LA. But we both graduated. We're like, listen, if we can support ourselves for a year on Just Dance alone,
Right.
then we'll move to LA. And it was literally...
It was a good time for us in Vegas.
Yeah.
At the time, there was nobody doing hip hop or any like high energy jazz. It was all showgirl stuff. So
Yeah.
it was mid '90s, and so anything that came through there was a lot of conventions. So a lot of the industrials, they would call us to choreograph, and it was a good time.
that's awesome. And I want everybody to remember what they said. They both graduated from college.
Absolutely.
And you can do both.
Yes.
And there
can
is
do both.
time. And it's
Yes.
very important. 99% of you need to go to college.
Just, I mean, we're kind of firm believers in it because you just never know where your career is going to go.
Absolutely.
It's a tough business. And if you do it because you love it, you will love it if you're 25 or you're 27 or you're 19.
But I will say I have a lot of friends that go out, they tour, they do all the whole dance thing in LA, and then they try to go to school. And it's a
Yeah.
really difficult thing. But if you just come out of high school and I actually went to the Army first and then came out and went to college. I got
Wow.
some money in the Army to go to college.
ROTC? Is that what it
No, that's in high school. I actually
Okay,
was
sorry.
in the Army.
You're stationed in...
Defending my country.
Work. You know what?
Weren't you a surgeon's assistant?
I want to
Did I
stand
read
up
that
and
somewhere?
salute.
I
In
was.
Germany,
So would
right?
I was in
a
Germany,
true
yeah.
American hero. That's what we have on this show.
Yes!
American heroes.
We are bringing you the best.
Absolutely. Okay,
Yeah,
so
having that education is key, especially straight out of school or
Yeah.
something else. It just makes it easier to go and finish.
Well, dancers think that LA or New York or the business is going somewhere. Like, if I don't do it now, but you know what? It's always going to be here.
Gonna be
there
there.
will always
Right.
be jobs.
Yes.
It will just morph into different things.
unless we have a big earthquake and we're gone.
All right, Nick, don't go to Armageddon.
I'm just saying.
That's a good point, though. You're right.
Molecular biologist.
We
I'm
are
calling
prepared, I want you to know. But
LA
okay.
could fall off, and then we're back in Vegas.
And then we're back in Vegas, but there's work there now.
Exactly.
Thanks to you guys. So follow them at Nappytabs on Twitter at Nappytabs.
Yes.
Yes. See, I went to college too. I can spell. So also on Facebook.com/Nappytabs, and then go to their website right now, Nappytabs.com. You guys have great clothes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I mean, if I wore underwear, I'd buy some of the nappy. I'm just kidding. That's
too
disgusting.
much information.
I was just kidding. Yeah, I was
Where
kidding.
are you going? But
I'm
I
just
gotta
kidding.
say, I do
Mando?
travel. You know,
I'm a
traveling
Hanes kinda
across
guy.
the country and the world. Almost every dancer has one piece, at least one piece of the clothing, and it is. I'm always looking. Oh, that's what.
Well, and
I need a pair.
usually they've slept in it and then danced in it because it's so comfortable.
See, that's what we were
I
going
like
for.
the that's what we were going for.
Roll out of bed, go to class, come home, stay in it,
Right.
and go back to bed.
And then flip it inside out. So you guys opened up a store on Lancashire. Tell us about that, and tell us a little bit about the clothing line.
We opened up the store last summer, I think it was.
About a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago.
Wow.
And we were a little worried. You know, up before that, I was doing things and sewing patches
Okay,
on.
so you sew too?
Yeah.
But the clothing line didn't just start a year and a half ago. We've had it for 6 years.
yeah.
In fact, the name Nappytabs was our clothing line first.
Got it.
And what happened was on America's Best Dance Crew, on So You Think You Can Dance, Dancing with the Stars, even American Idol, a lot of the contestants are always wearing it in the packages. But Fox had said, man, a lot of people are wearing these Nappytabs clothing, and our sponsors are getting upset. And so we might have to cover up the Nappytabs or the emblem and blah, blah, blah. And so Nigel, nice enough as he was, he said, you know what, I'm going to start calling you guys Nappytabs. So when people look up Nappytabs, it goes to the clothing.
That's brilliant.
That's
how the entire, we didn't call ourselves Nappytabs as that.
But it works.
Yeah, it worked out,
I mean,
and it worked
it
out great for the
works.
clothing line. It was already doing well in the dance industry, but now luckily it's popped out, and a lot of people
more sportswear.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Seeing a lot
athletes
of
wear it.
Yeah.
I think what we were doing is, at the time when we came up with the line, we just really wanted to have something that was a little more urban street dance.
Yes.
You know, because we've been teaching on dance conventions for years and years and years, and it seems like all the apparel is so
You can say it.
a little bubblegummy. You know, bright colors and you know what I mean,
It was our way
leotard-esque.
of making the professional dancers in LA, hey, this is something I can audition in and still go out to the mall.
Perfect. We're coming to a commercial break, so we're going to be right back with Nappytabs, or we can say Tabitha and Napoleon. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back. As dance teachers, we spend countless hours editing music. Save time with professional audio engineers. Professional music edits for competition start as low as $49. Clean cuts at affordable rates. Give your dancers a leg up on the competition. Email them for a quote. Visit dezworld.com. That's DEZ world.com for more details.
Hey, this is Ray Barcino with iHollywood Dance, and you're listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
And welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
You are so lucky to be listening today because we have Nappytabs, Tabitha, and Napoleon with us. Make sure you follow them on Twitter at Nappytabs or visit their website.
Nappytabs.com.
Loving you for helping me there.
Or Facebook.com/Nappytabs. What would you do without me, Desiree? All right, so.
A lot.
A lot. Probably a lot more than you're doing right now. And probably better. Okay, so anyways, Mobbed. Coming out.
Mobbed, huge.
It's returning. We saw the first episode. The chick said yes. We were really excited. Howie Mandel, he's hilarious. Fist bump only. Mobbed returns to Fox Wednesday, November the 23rd, 9/8 Central. Check it out. Put it on your Series Pass for DVR.
Well, thank you.
That was really good.
Really good. Really good.
There's nothing left to say.
Like, what else can you say now?
This is groundbreaking here.
Explain the show. Explain it and how this.
I always kind of combined a bunch of things that people are familiar with. It's like Ashton Kutcher's Punk'd, because there's a hidden camera element.
Yes.
And
Or
then it's,
Howie Mandel's hidden camera shows.
Yes.
or his hidden camera shows. And then you mix it with it's like an episode of Glee, because everything just breaks out into song and dance.
Okay.
And
a
everybody knows the
reality
choreography.
show. And then everybody
Right.
happens to know the choreography. And it's emotional, like a reality show that follows a journey. You know, you see all the behind the scenes stuff that gets you to the performance.
Plus the entire flash mob.
And then the flash mob.
I mean, it's a really an amazing show, and I think what's special about it is the story behind it, that we're getting to surprise these people in a way that they've never could have imagined in their life.
Right.
Really. And I love the pilot that we aired.
Yes.
You know, and it got great reviews, and of course it got great ratings, but the shows we're doing now in the season are just
Something
exceed that
to
show.
be,
Over
something
the top.
not, don't miss it.
Yes,
Don't miss
you can't miss it. And it's emotional, and I'm not talking even from a dance standpoint. It's just from the stories.
From the
you know?
heart.
Right.
Yeah, and you get like a grown man that's in the beginning in the ruse, we scare him to death and he's ready to fight everybody off, and by the end he's like bawling like a little girl because he can't believe everything that's happening. So the emotional roller coaster literally goes spikes from one end to the other.
But what I love about it is we're able to take things and go over the top with them. You know, it's so amazing to have somebody acting as they're a policeman. You know, and this guy thinks he's so scared, and then we have lowriders come in, and now it looks like there's a big battle, and all of a sudden the policemen start dancing, and the lowrider guys start doing, you know,
like salsa.
and then shoppers join in, and there's 18 girls, and then before you know it, there's 1,000 people dancing, and it's outrageous.
And
That is
you know,
so
this takes
cool.
a special group of choreographers to do this. I mean, to be able to connect with normal people too.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
one of the things I noticed on the first episode, you guys working with the groomsmen, right?
Oh,
and I mean,
Yes.
and, you know, I don't know if you all recognize this, but the rest of the dance world does, is that you guys are loved. You work really well with people, and you can connect with them in such a way that they're not like, I don't want to dance. These like, you know, hick guys or
Yes,
whatever from wherever,
absolutely.
Alabama, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that you guys really excel at. I mean, have you had what's been the learning experience working with straight non-dancers, non-performers sometimes?
I mean, I think.
Well, we had
our
a show on
experience.
TLC called Rock the Reception, where we worked with a bunch of, you know, groomsmen or
Yes.
groom and brides who could not dance a lick.
Wow.
So I think we've had our experience, and really, when you work with artists, it's the same way. They're singers; they're not
Right.
dancers. So
Right.
you try to build things around them and make them as likable as possible. But yeah, on that show, whether they're playing the drums, we've had them play the drums, we've had them singing, we've had them,
Awesome.
we've had them dancing a lot. We, you know, all of those reveals are just, I think, in people's heart, they say, I think I could do that, and that's what's.
And everybody
Makes
wants
it
to.
fun.
Don't you always
Yeah.
run into people and they go, "You dance?
I wanted to.
And if you
What
know,
dance
I had
troupe
the
are you a part
pleasure. Yeah, really. I had the pleasure of watching the end of their class today, which you know I've seen your classes before. But if you feel the energy that you guys give off, it's very genuine. People start running in the room, mothers, you know, to see what's going on because they're positive and motivating.
Right.
They don't give off the air of, well, I'm this great person, and
Right.
you
Well,
know,
you're normal
you
people,
connect.
Well, I think that's the
You
thing with
connect.
dance and the arts in general. Singing is the same way, I believe, but especially in dance, I think you should be giving something to somebody.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? And that's why dancing on television has worked in the last couple of years. For a long time there, we were dancing in the background,
Right.
And we were not performing anymore.
Yes.
We were just becoming background.
Secondary.
Yeah, and now people are saying, okay, it doesn't have to be internal. It is about me, and I can entertain just like a singer.
Right.
Absolutely.
Or an actor. So
Right.
I think it's showing that, and teaching is the same thing for us.
Yeah.
At that moment, you're giving yourself something.
Right.
You're giving yourself away to these people and
'Cause I
hoping
think
they're taking and learning something.
When we're in class, you know, you get the kids for an hour, so it's like you're not going to change their life as a dancer.
Right.
But what we feel like you can do is inspire them enough to want to work harder when they go
Absolutely.
home. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
if they have a good time and they're like, I can do this.
Yes.
Just that word alone is going to make them go home and
Right.
practice harder.
Right.
Well, the other thing
That
with your
encouragement.
choreography too is what I've noticed is it sets you all apart from other choreographers. Not to name any in particular, but I'm just saying your particular style is it's thought provoking. You can tell that every movement has a purpose behind it. You don't just step all change one way because you got to move the stage right. There's a storyline, a motivating factor behind each set of choreography that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that partly was our growing up in Vegas and our professional careers. Really, was we would go in and it would be a tractor convention, you know, and it was either some
Now
topless
that's
people
interesting.
or flying through the air. But here's these hip hop people who've been hired to make something entertaining. So a lot of it became about stories or about physical comedy or something that really entertains rather than just being cool steps.
And through that, you have been rewarded with a Primetime Emmy. That's pretty big time. Now, what we want to know is where the Emmy's sitting.
That is the question.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We have it in the office
Right now it's in our
now,
office.
because we don't have we want to make a special place for
Sure.
it. You know.
Don't you want to put it on a chain and wear it around your neck?
I'm gonna put it on the front of my car.
I think
Sitting
you're going to
there.
need a place, though, that can expand, because I feel like, more is to come. I'm not...
I wouldn't say no. It was an amazing experience, and it was wonderful. And,
the day you got the nomination, what was that feeling? Unbelievable, overwhelmed.
The nomination was amazing. Well, this is our second nomination, actually.
Okay.
We were nominated a couple years ago.
Right.
Amazing. At that time, we were on the red carpet going, I'm just happy to be here, Right. We're sitting in the audience, and I'm holding her hand, and then they go to announce it, and I was like, I want to win. And then, of
because
course,
you don't think about it until that moment.
And then, of
You're
course,
like,
we didn't. And then
Right.
this year, when we got nominated, it stuck with me. I was like, I want to win. I was so nervous the whole time. And then when we actually won, we went up there and we were both screaming. Everybody was laughing at us.
Oh my
we just
God.
kept kissing. And then everybody was like, after, I
was
didn't
an
even realize what we were
out-of-body
doing.
experience.
Yeah, everybody after was like, your speech was amazing. And it was, it was
did
her
you
birthday.
prepare?
Oh my God.
No, we didn't prepare. I didn't.
Anything.
I honestly thought
Because I
somebody
always
else was
wonder
gonna
about
win.
that.
No,
Like,
you can't
do
think about it,
prepare?
because if you do, it won't. It
And
doesn't
prior
feel
to that,
natural.
That's so
prior to that, everybody
sweet.
that came up read something.
Yeah.
And I was like, right before I looked at all the other choreographers that were nominated, I said, did you guys prepare anything? And then they were like, no. I was like, me either. And then I looked at her, I go, what if we win?
What do we say?
And then so we just winged it and we kissed a couple times and then we started yelling and
And then started
screaming
making out, and then they had to censor. Geez.
Well,
and then I thanked you. That's what happened. I thanked you, and then I said,
And then I
it's
got
your birthday. And she
emotional.
goes,
Good.
best gift ever. And I said, I don't have to get her a present.
But that's it. Well, you broke
That's
me and Michael's
amazing.
streak because she had won twice before, right?
Yeah.
So was she pissed in the audience? Was
No.
she like,
Actually, she won. She won. We actually it was a tie,
oh, okay.
or they picked two winners
Oh, they
out of
did.
the five, Mia and us.
Oh, she
Okay.
won as well.
so
So
she
she's
won.
not
Okay,
mad
so
at
there's
all.
going to be a dance battle
at all.
later.
No.
But she wasn't there, so she didn't get to steal our thunder.
That's good.
As we went up there, I was like, "There's two winners. Do I get extra time
Right.
to think?"
Okay, so Entertainment Weekly compiled a list of the 25 best performances ever. Do you know about this?
No.
And Out of Your Mind was ranked number 1.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You didn't know this?
No.
So we
We're
just
breaking news here on Infinite Dancecast.
Because we are journalists.
Subscribe to us on iTunes. So, yeah, it was ranked number 1. You
Oh
guys
my
should know how
gosh.
good you are.
No,
Wow.
we don't.
That's
That's
why-
why
Wait, number
they're
one of
good,
what?
because they're humble.
Number
So you
1
think
best
we dance?
performances ever.
Oh,
in
wow.
the world.
Wow.
Which I'm assuming is beats Barnum and Bailey Circus, which is the best show in the world.
It
so
is.
that's a pretty big deal. That's why
I love that.
That's why we like you guys, because you can be normal people walking down the street. We don't even know you're Emmy Award winners. You're like normal people with great clothing style.
Sorry, I'm falling.
Desiree's having problems.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Booster seat.
so can we ask you guys to stick around for like 5 more minutes?
Totally.
Is that cool?
Sure,
Okay, because
sure.
when we come back, we're getting ready to take a break. But when we come back, we want to talk about charity work because you guys give back, and that's one of the main things.
Yes, we want to get into that if we can.
Here talking to Nappytabs at Nappytabs on Twitter, Facebook.com/Nappytabs, Nappytabs.com.
Or visit their store.
Yeah, in person.
In person, North Hollywood, Lancashire Boulevard.
Bring your credit
Come
card or
down, baby.
cash.
Yeah, and there's a Starbucks right next door.
Amen.
And you can go sit and be stylish, and maybe you'll win an Emmy one day. All right, cool. We'll be right back. Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Flow 40 Dance Workshops is the nation's premier in-house dance experience. We come to you and offer dancers a personalized workshop in the comfort of their own studio. Build a customized schedule to best suit your student needs. Our faculty work in every facet of the entertainment industry. And now, for a limited time, Desiree Robbins is in the mix. Book her for your next workshop. We're available for booking year-round. Visit flow40dance.com or call 818-985-7005 for more information. Flow 40 Dance Workshops. Work hard, dance strong.
Easy to make and take with you on the go. Welcome to Food to Go with Steph and Ro.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Ro.
and we're having another nutrition tips sort of week.
Oh, this is a good one. We're going to talk about eating healthy while traveling because it gets complicated.
It gets really complicated when you don't always have a refrigerator, you don't have your kitchen and your tools to help you out. So when I travel, because I always eat healthy, no matter where I am in the world, before I leave, I think about what fruits and vegetables can I pack that do not need to be refrigerated. And I put them in my suitcase. So bananas are a great option. Apples are very durable.
Yeah, we actually have a nutty survival mix, which is coming up next week. So listen in. That's a great travel one.
Indeed. I like to try to pack as many fruits and vegetables as possible because that's the hardest thing to find, I feel like.
Oh my gosh, fast
when
food
I'm on
has
the go.
nothing to offer as far as that
No,
goes.
it doesn't. But of course, we need protein sources as well. Especially, if you're traveling, you might be working.
Absolutely.
But different kinds of trail mix, and you actually have a lot of dried fruits and vegetables
Those are good.
when I'm traveling because those definitely won't go bad. And
Fiber,
then I just
protein.
make sure to supplement that with a lot of water to drink.
And now, what do you pack it in? Well, I know what I pack it in. I have this reusable Ziploc bag. You get it from 3greenmoms.com. It's awesome. I think I even bought Rose some.
She did. She got me one for a gift. I use it often, very often.
Even when I pack Rose snacks, I pack it in my reusable bag and let her borrow it.
I take all my food that I can't refrigerate quickly or I can't refrigerate on the trip, and I'll pack that for the first day. So as I'm traveling, I can eat it before it goes bad. So I get my fresh fruits and vegetables as long as I possibly can.
Oh, I'm so glad we got to talk about this because we had a comment on our Facebook page about this.
We did indeed. You should check us out on Facebook at Food to Go with Steph and Roe.
Or on Twitter, Food to Go Steph Roe.
And I hope you travel healthfully this week.
Bon voyage! Visit InfiniteDanceCast.com and click on the Food to Go menu
to check out this week's healthy snack. Join us here every week
on Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast.
Have a healthy week!
This is Francis Manzo, and you're listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast.
And welcome back, Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast.
Dancecast.
That was pretty good.
I know. It's
We're here
not
with,
me.
whatever. Just go home and practice.
Follow us at iDancecast on Twitter or visit our website, infinitedancecast.com.
We're here with Emmy Award-winning choreographers. Nappytabs. That sounds pretty awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Say it again.
Oh my God.
Say it again. One more time.
We're sitting here with Emmy Award-winning choreographers, Nappytabs. That's pretty good. I can do that on your answering machine if you want.
Okay.
Emmy Award-winning choreographers, Nappytabs, are not available to take your message at the time. I messed it up. I tried to say moment in time and say okay.
It's
anyway.
okay.
I liked it though.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's
okay.
still passed.
I need a voiceover agent. Okay, so here we go. Kevin Bacon, right?
We do this thing every week with all our guests.
You know everybody's connected to Kevin Bacon within 6 steps. 6 degrees Kevin Bacon?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I got your numbers. You ready? Okay. Napoleon, let's do you first. Here we go. You ready? Where is it at? Okay, let's do Tabitha first. Here we go. No, Napoleon. Okay, you were in Breaking 2.
Yes.
Electric Boogaloo with Adolfo Quiones.
Yes.
Right? All right. Who is in Xanadu with Church Ortiz. Who is in Hero at Large with Kevin Bacon.
Wow, who knew?
I did. You not know that?
I did not.
So his number is...
So your number is 3. So your Kevin Bacon number is 3. That's not bad.
Okay.
Okay, but you're Emmy Award winning, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, so here we go. Tabitha, you dance for Beyonce.
Uh-huh.
We do a little different for the dance world. We use dance jobs. So you dance for Beyonce you dance for Beyonce. She was in Cadillac Records with J.O. Sanders, who is in Starting Over with Kevin Bacon. Your number is also 3.
3.
Yeah.
3. Lucky number.
How do you
3.
get a number 1?
You have to be in a movie with Kevin Bacon.
Is there
Who
a
do
0?
we have as a
I
one?
met Kevin Bacon.
You've met him?
I met him.
Oh, that might move you to 2.
Yeah.
Does that give
might-
me an extra point?
I don't know. It might.
I like him.
It might.
No, that
Oh,
doesn't
you know
count.
what? I'm sorry. I can't. Yeah.
Half a point.
Can't go there. Okay, now we also do this other one
Okay,
because...
so Kenny Wormald is now portraying Ren McCormick in the new Footloose. So in lieu of that, we're doing Kenny Wormald number.
Nice.
Yeah, to help promote.
All right.
And
So when we had him on the show, we're like going, okay, so we do your number too.
Okay, so
And I guess you're a 0.
So Tabitha, you dance for Beyonce, who's in the Fighting Temptations with Steve Harvey, who's in You Got Served with Kenny Wormald.
Gotcha.
So your Kenny Wormald number is 3.
2.
Not that you need a Kenny
I want
Wormald
a
number.
2.
Oh,
Okay, what's mine?
okay.
Mine?
Yours is you were in Breaking 2 with
Look,
Michael
he's getting
Higgins,
competitive.
Michael Higgins, yeah.
who is in Clerks 2 with Kenny Wormald.
So does it have to be within a movie?
We try to keep it with movies, but we can do stage and TV and stuff.
Yeah, because we directed the Monsters of Hip Hop show with Kenny Wormald.
Oh, I think
well,
that
there
moves
you
them
go.
both
That's
down.
one.
I'm a number 1.
That's 1.
That's
We're
the one.
1.
You're
Yes, we got some ones.
Okay, we're running short on time, so we want to talk about your charity work.
Yeah.
Talk to us about giving back. We hit on that a little earlier, but why do you do it, really? I mean, you won an Emmy. You can really just snub your nose at everyone and say, see you later. What is it, your upbringing? Is it you feel guilty because you're better than us?
I will say, not just the charities that we give to, but my wife, Tabitha, has too kind of a heart that everybody that comes to the door, first of all, she gives money to.
Yes, I do give money to.
And I get once a week from kids from Africa, children of New Orleans.
I do food for the poor.
And about
LA
18 other
Mission.
things that I'm like, wow, honey, you've got to quit. We have assistants that need this money.
Those assistants are sitting at home right now.
They're like, we're
You didn't need to give that person $100 extra. We could have had the assistant get an extra $100.
But it is so important to give back.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good karma, you know. I mean, you get
pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Yep.
It's so true. It's
But
so
I think
true.
with a lot of the ones that are a lot of the foundations that involve dance, I love that they're into the arts as well and giving back to them.
We just did the National Dance Day for the Dizzy Feet Foundation. And
Nice.
we did the choreography. They put it online, and it's great to see because people actually from all over the world are like sending links back of them doing like the dance day routine.
That is awesome. Yeah.
And now they're exercise and family, so it's like a mom and a dad and a kid.
It gets the community gets involved.
Yep.
And we do need that.
Yeah,
we
and
do
it's
need
exercise.
Yes,
So
and
it's
we
good
do
health.
need that.
Yes.
There's a lot of
very
processed
bad.
foods out there.
Yes.
That's right.
So we need to be careful.
And
of that.
that's also why dance has been so great for everybody because it really does help you get in shape. My gosh, the
That's the end of the show.
Are we done?
We're done.
We would love to have you back though anytime.
We would love to come back.
If you ever
Dude.
need to come back and talk about anything, any new projects, come on back.
Make sure you follow
We are
Nappytabs.
honored to have you.
At Nappytabs on Twitter, Facebook.com/Nappytabs, Nappytabs.com.
All right.
We want to send a special thank you to our producers, Michael Baron of Beats, Panicos, and Emily Boom Boom Brown for producing our show. And most of all, we want to thank you, the listener, because without you, it'd only be our mothers listening. Thank you very much. See you next time on Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.